Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Late Night Nuna Reacts. I am back. Who knows how long I will be back for, but I am back today to do another Late Night Nuna reaction video. It's been quite I don't want to say I'm super busy with work, because am I really? Yes, but not exactly just work-related things. Outside work, super binge lately on a couple of dramas, and one of them being Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Guys, which one of you guys are watching this drama? Because it's giving me like mad feels. If you haven't started watching it, you guys could go check it out on Netflix. It's amazing. It follows the sort of journey of our main heroine. I don't know if we want to say heroine or how you want it, but our female lead, Woo Young-woo, she is she's a new attorney at a law firm, straight out of like law school. But the biggest, attribute to her that's making this whole thing really blow up is that she has autistic spectrum. So even with autism, there's a spectrum in terms of like, I guess it's kind of how they grade or like, label which level of autistic it is. And so it follows her story and follows her life. It's amazing. It's so good. And like the cast, everything about this cast is amazing. So, and the way it follows like different cases. So usually it spans like one episode is one sort of court case or a case that has approached them and sort of like that. So highly recommend, like 5 out of 5 recommend you guys go check it out. It's more than I think halfway there, but yeah, so good. Tons and tons of this, which has put K-pop in the back burner, believe it or not. And I know this is like probably like not allowed for this channel, but it happens, okay? Adulting is hard. So that's kind of it. TMI. I feel like I have to report back to you guys as viewers as to why I go MIA. But that's pretty much it. Okay, so back on track though. Why are we here? Who am I reacting to? So today I'm reacting to Goldenchild's comeback. What do we know? So we know that this is part of a new mini album that dropped called Aura. We'll check out, the tracks and all of that afterwards. And the title track that they are for this mini album, is called Replay. And the last thing to know about this comeback is that our leader, Daeyeol, is not going to be partaking because he's currently fulfilling his military enlistment. So this is the first Korean comeback for the group. Ever since his enlistment. They've had a Japanese comeback prior to this called Ratata, and it did fairly well. And so here we are back with the Korean comeback, and this follows quite I mentioned this before too, is there's going to be a sequence now of boy groups that are having comebacks that are going to be like without certain members because of enlistment. Few weeks back, we had SF9. All right, so now we going Goldenchild, but I'm very excited. Goldenchild kind of slapped me in a way. It was like, wake up and get with the program. And their music really sat with me since that time. So I'm very excited to check them out. Yeah, let's go. Here we go. You and me got a replay. 다시 한번 시작해.
never stop us 도무지 멈추지 않아 날 향해 뛰어드는 널 힘해진 후회는 그만 한 번 더 기회 주길 바래 믿고 따라와 맨 처음 함께였던 대로 Hey, now get set go 너를 후회하는 채 행복에 겹던 days 온몸이 기억해 끝이 없는 새벽에
Loving the pink hair.
너의 눈빛 속에 내 할 속에 우리 되찾아와 꽉찼던 심장이 전부 텅 비어 가만히 버텨낼 힘조차 없어
Slap.
Turn it back, turn it back, run it back 또 한 번 사랑하기를 원해 Come back now 하염없이 기다려 all day 도무지 멈추지 않아 널 향해 뛰어대는 널 뒤늦은 후회는 그만 한 번 더 기회 주길 바래 믿고 따라와 맨 처음 뜨거웠던 때로 Hey, now get set go Baby, we can replay Yeah, wait, 딴 놈들은 fade away 기회는 다시 오지 않아, can replay What's too bad 꿈을 꾸운 듯 재현해 rewind 다시 돌아가 replay 지난 시간 속의 부족함 빈틈없이 채워갈 거야 Hey, hey, no one got me like you 너 없는 하루가 지독히 길어 온종일 추억만 되감아 걸어 So turn it back, run it back 현실이 되어주기를 원해 Come back now, 하염없이 기다려 all day 도무지 멈추지 않아 날 향해 뛰어드는 널 뒤늦은 후회는 그만 한 번 더 기회 주길 바래 믿고 따라와 맨 처음 뜨거웠던 때로
It looks like this part looks like a prison cell.
Switch Come on
Chess, my weakness.
나를 돌아봐줘 다시 돌아와줘 하늘에 쉼없이 빌어 네 맘에 남겨진 한 줌의 love So turn it back, run it back 이곳서 다시 놓치지 않게 You and me gotta replay 다시 한번 시작해 나에게 끝이란 없어 새로운 내가 될게 Nothing's gonna ever stop us 시간이 멎을 것 같아 전부 다 주지 못한 맘 너도 잘 알고 있잖아 이대로 포기 따윈 못해 믿고 따라와 믿고 따라왔던 대로 Hey, now get set go Baby, we can replay Switch Come on 나를 돌아봐줘 다시 돌아와줘 처음부터 replay
I like the those who have sleeves, those who don't have sleeves don't have sleeves. I don't know why they always get it right. It's crazy. It's odd that they just get it right. You don't get sleeves, you get sleeves, you don't get sleeves, you get sleeves. Why? How is this possible? So this dropped yesterday. So it dropped on Monday. And currently sitting at 4.4 million views and 24k likes. Okay, so before we just dive into the comments, let's talk a little bit about the sound, about the track, about the MV. I want to jump into the track first because this was kind of this was kind of what hit me first. I feel like cancel comments are coming. Cancel comments are coming. This definitely, I think, in my opinion, wasn't as strong as the last two that they put out. Okay? But the last three, I would even go if you count the repackage. And so, do I know exactly kind of like, can we pinpoint why? Not really. Like, we can't really just pinpoint why. It's just more like, I don't feel like it had that much more like solidified Golden Child identity in the song. Although it was really it was good. It was a good song, just not, in my opinion, the strongest or as strong as the previous three that they dropped, which is fine. You're not gonna, as a fan of, I want to say, any group at all, there isn't going to be an exact moment where you listen to a track and you're like, yes, I love it. Yes, I love it. So it's not that I don't love it, but it's not that I love it as much as the first listen versus the other tracks that they've dropped. Like, if you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't like that comment, then feel free to dislike this video. I'm okay with that too. But that also that was kind of also my opinion on the latest ATEEZ release as well. So it's not, I'm not targeting Golden Child, but it happens. And even for very, very long-standing groups that I've stanned since the dawn of days, like Super Junior, not every single song they drop, like, I'm like, frick, this is fire. No. Like, it's sometimes, for me, title tracks aren't as strong, maybe, as B-side tracks, even. So, kind of a thing. Like, I have, I guess, a certain vibe and a certain style, and not all of the title tracks that they pick hit it. The ATEEZ one, the title track, Gorilla, wasn't my jam, but they have a couple B-sides on there that are actually, I think, could have been the title track. 127 is a great example of this as well. Like the Lemonade, okay? You guys get it. If you guys have followed me for a while, you guys will understand that whole concept. And I'm not the one that's afraid to say it at all. Like, if I think it's like, this one's good, it's all right, it's just not as hard hitting. But I do, like, in terms of, like, as I listen to Golden Child more and more, I do notice that their rap line in here and their vocal line, it's like so radically different, but yet it just blends in so well. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how distinct this rap line is, that it's like, but it's flexible at the same time. I really like Tag's, like, rap style. I think his like tune rhythm is, like, I don't know, very up my alley type. So yeah. MV wise, it wasn't overly flashy. I didn't feel like there was a story this time versus, like, the other times. Some of my favorite, more top of the tier Golden Child, like, songs, like their music videos, you guys would have known. That zombie movie that I would literally invest to pay to watch. So it's not exactly running a storyline this time, which is fine. Like, not all the time we're going down that route, which is not a problem. But it wasn't overly flashy. However, the attire was still very on point. Like, black and white, you just don't falter with those colors. Like, you can't really mess it up. And like I've mentioned, those are sleeveless are sleeveless. Those with sleeves have sleeves. They always get it right. Coincidence? I think not. The setting was interesting, and I wanted to kind of figure out how, maybe I need to give it another few watches, but how the two sort of coincide with each other. You and me, we need to give it like another go, so we need to replay. So it's kind of like a monologue-ish about, you know, me and someone else, possibly a girl or a guy. And then the whole replay thing they've put in the chess. I don't know. Do you guys like playing chess? Chess for me is not fun. It's hard. But there's the replay, so using the chess in there as a game. But then the whole setting kind of confused me. Like, 1 minute it looked like a spaceship. The next minute it looked like a prison. So I don't get it. but it doesn't always have to make sense too. That's the thing, right? I mean, visually still amazing. Ding. Golden Child main dancer Kim Dong-hyun has given more lines, and it's all in the high notes indeed. A very talented idol for today's generation, and maybe Woolim wants to remind everyone that before he became the main dancer of the group, he was once trained as the main vocalist, for he was famously known as singing prodigy during his training days. As a Donghyun stan, I am proud of him. Up the just like that kind of, I like it. The vocals are no joke, beautiful as usual. I mean, you can't really go wrong. It's hard to find any fault in their vocal line. Tag definitely a sassy but pretty BF we would ever want in this life. How could he become prettier than ever until I get insecure with myself? Oh, girl or guy, don't be so insecure with yourself. We need to support this soon-to-be and outstanding composer at all cost. I'm so not over of Oasis and Purpose comes, and my life could go on for these masterpieces. I love Tag since 2017. It's a long love. But cute. Is it my English or is it the English of the internet that is not sounding sound today? On the topic of Tag, I know that he took a small break because of health issues. I hope he's returning like fine, he got the rest that he needed, and I hope that he's actually keeping well. Health is not something to be taken lightly, my friends. Okay? So Aura, I mentioned, is the name of this mini album. So that's the first track on here. It might just be like an intro. I see it's only 1 minute and 12 seconds. And then there's Replay, Knocking on My Door, 3, 6, 5, Purpose, and Miracle. So based on, I think that comment that we saw, maybe Purpose was actually composed by Tag. It doesn't tell you on here. It does. Oh, it gives you lyrics. But it doesn't actually tell you if he composed it or who did the lyrics. But something to look out for. I can't get past still, I think, in Me. The last, album from Golden Child. So, I mean, this might be tough because I feel like they've already set the bar here. And now it's just are we going up? Are we how are we doing things? So it's gonna be tough, but that's okay. It's, I think for me, the exploration of listening to more groups is what's really important, because I just want to be exposed more, and I don't mind the whole multi-stan life. Doesn't bother me. I'm just here for good music, and that's it. So yeah. All right. Well, that kind of sums it up. Bye.